I have a very special presentation for you now. You're not going to want to miss a minute of the footage I'm about to show you. When I was young, I had what could only be described as the best sports year a kid could have. So I'm going to take you back now to the year 1979. This is how my year began.
Bradshaw, great day for him. 3rd and 9. Franco Harris punts it through. Harris scores! Franco Harris. There the terrible towel. Joe Green, Franco Harris, teammates on great ball club.
All right, you said earlier, Merlin, that if Pittsburgh's offensive linemen can get Dallas out of the flex defense, they can start trapping people. All they need to do is give Franco one hold. They gave it to him there.
Webster, Mullins, and Penny did it.
And it's a trap. You see it right there. That's number 74 coming up to the inside. He threw the most critical block, but Franco just blew up in there. Ray Penny, of course, done a great job for them during the year playing guard and tackle.
Bradshaw has his glove set. Blyer and Harris behind him. He's going to throw. He's a Swan. Touchdown. Lynn Swan. Touchdown.
Man,
What an acrobat.
it looked like one of the great catches of all time. Give Bradshaw credit, however. It was an in-and-out double team. He had to throw over the top of the inside of the double coverage. Swan made a beautiful leaping grab. Give them a turnover, they turn it into points.
Hey, ex-quarterback, how's that for a call?
Oh, I like the execution. Anybody can call that play. There's only a few guys that can get it done. Now, as he goes back, he takes a little steam off the ball, throws it over the top of Cliff Harris. Harris has no play, and Swan makes a great one.
But I tell you, it takes a lot of guts to make the call, because the conservative thing, the easy thing, is to stay on the ground, not to make a mistake. Bradshaw would have none of that. I think he's really grown up as a signal caller and a quarterback.
Let's go back in time now. This was me in 1979. I had hair and a lot of it. I grew up in Youngwood, PA, outside of Pittsburgh. And our hometown hero was George Blanda. This is me playing for South in 1979. And this is me in my baseball uniform in 1979. In 1979, I won the second of my back-to-back-to-back Little League championships. In 1979, my mother drove me to my games in a white Mustang with T-tops.
When life's grind gets to you,
Mustang, let a Mustang take you away.
this is a great time to go Mustang, because this year Mustang 2 is base sticker price less than last year.
Mustang,
The 78 Ford Mustang 2 T-Roof Convertible.
go Mustang.
So beat the grind, go Mustang. A better idea from Ford.
My favorite football player growing up, and still to this day, is Lynn Swan. His mother made him study ballet, and he was the most graceful receiver, and in my opinion, the best receiver of all time once he left his feet. Check out this catch.
Ball inside the 36-yard line following the delay of game. Bradshaw again with a lot of time in there. Oh, my God. It is. Oh, there's the one. First down at the 17. Not coming back, going up.
Oh, my God. You've got to be fearless to do that.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, Howard. Now, Frank had that one. Frank, you had the one coming across the middle, so you cover this one.
I'll tell you what. It took a lot of guts.
You bet it does.
He knew Fox was there.
Oh,
he knew he was going to get pounded.
Forget this auto.
Maintained his concentration.
Swanee does have that great leaping ability that you talked about, and that concentration, and that's really what. How in the world do people catch balls like that?
And he is some kind of stoic because that hurt.
Hurt me.
Growing up in Pittsburgh in 1979 was a magical time. The Steelers had just won the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year, and later in the year, the Pittsburgh Pirates would win their last World Series. And I got to have one of these hanging in my room. Charlie's Angels was one of my favorite TV shows. Watch my man Dave Parker and Willie Stargell hit back-to-back home runs off of J.R. Richard.
Makes me feel like I'm not adequate, but they just get blocked out sometimes. It's the toughest, really, call for them to make. There's a drive to center. Center fielder back. Ball going. It's way in the seats. Way up into center field, about 8 or 10 rows. Parker has made it a brand new game on one blast there. You talk about hitting the ball downtown. That might have been out to the NASA Space Center, Harry. He really jacked one, didn't he? Ball outside. Here's the one guy who can make that one look like a bunt. He's done it twice on this trip. But that wasn't exactly just over the fencer. But there's a drive. Pretty good way out into left center. Going. Get out of here. I told you betcha. Hey, Hat, give me 5. Now all of a sudden it's 2-1. Bombs away in Houston. Holy Toledo. Put on a show, buccos. Put on a show.
Growing up, my favorite basketball player was Dr. J. Now, growing up in Pittsburgh and being a Dr. J fan, when I heard about the new movie coming out, man, was I excited.
Warning. An epidemic of fish fever is sweeping the nation. It is highly contagious. Fortunately, there is no cure. It's the fish that saved Pittsburgh. It's the fish that saved Pittsburgh. It's the fish. Fish.
They're all Pisces. All Pisces?
It's the fish that saved Pittsburgh. It's dazzling. It's futuristic. It's fun.
Some balloons for everybody, huh? Don't cost you a penny.
It's got speed. It's got rhythm. It's got style.
Just like a gong show.
It's a new sensation, a celebration, and a secret weapon. Music.
Gonna bring them to their knees. Oh yeah. Mighty, mighty Pisces. Now you're making history.
Take an Indian, a preacher, a midget.
I am Stan.
A magician, a hip DJ, an Arab, an astrologer, and a great big kid. And what have you got? It's fish fever. And once you catch it, you're hooked. The fish that saved Pittsburgh. An astrological disco sports extravaganza. And may the fish be with you.
Out of sight. I'm hip. Whatever.
Now let's see what Siskel and Ebert had to say about that movie.
The fish that saved Pittsburgh isn't Citizen Kane. It doesn't try to be, of course. It's just a lot of great fun, good music, exciting basketball, with Philadelphia star forward Julius Erving, Dr. J, in the lead role as the Pittsburgh team's star player. This is sort of a basketball Rocky. It's almost as much fun.
I don't think it's a basketball Rocky. I think it's more of a basketball disco movie like Car Wash.
I like Car Wash, so that's okay with me.
I like Car Wash too, with its wall-to-wall music, but this time it seems as if the music is wall-to-wall, but nothing else is. They don't seem to have enough dialogue or action. They're just always throwing in another song.
Action, great basketball. I go to a lot of rotten basketball games in Chicago. Unfortunately, we have a lousy team, as you know.
Yeah.
This was very exciting, watching Julius Erving slam dunk in a montage sequence at the end of the picture. The audience, I saw the film, went crazy.
Well, the basketball footage was okay. In fact, I don't want people to get the wrong impression. This is a pleasant movie to sit through, and I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was that great.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. It's a pleasant, enjoyable way. You won't get burned if you go see it.
One more objection, though, and that's Jonathan Winters. He's a very good comedian. Here he plays a dual role. He's really not disciplined. He just comes in every 15 minutes and does his
He had
shtick,
a minor role in the picture. Maybe that's the point to be made. It's a nice film.
Maybe that's why he came in every 15 minutes.
Go on, we got something much better
Okay,
now.
fine.
And we disagree on The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, the basketball comedy. I liked its mix of basketball and pop music. I say yes. Roger thought there was too much music and not enough story. He says no.
My favorite toy growing up was Nerf basketball. I used to play in my house and pretend that I was Dr. J in A Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Moses.
Slam dunk for two. What moves? Holyfield. All of them. He breaks loose. Fruition. You know, ever since I got this Nerf boost, I don't mind going to my room to do my homework.
There's only one Nerf.
In 1979, Mean Joe Green made TV commercial history.
Please, give him Mr. Green? Mr. Green?
Yeah.
You need any help? I just want you to know, I think you're the best ever.
Yeah, sure.
Want my Coke? It's okay, you can have it.
No.
Really, you can have it.
Okay.
A Coke and a smile makes me feel good. Makes me feel nice.
Be around.
That's the way it should be. I like to say,
Hey, kid.
the whole world is smiling with me. Coca-Cola as life. Have a Coke and
Thanks, Mean Joe.
smile.
My favorite wrestler was Ivan Putski, Polish Power, and he won the tag team championship that year with the Polish Hammer.
This is tonight's final bout. It is for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship.
Douglas Bain. The Polish Hammer. A flying body press. 1, 2, it's over. Tito Santana and Ivan Putski. Let's get the official time, if we may.
The time of the fall, 6 minutes, 57 seconds. The winners of this bout, and still champions, Tito Santana and Ivan Putski.
Let's go back now and take a look at action we saw there in the latter stages of the match. Santana and Putski had their problems. Here we go now. The tag was already made. Swing to the ropes, and there Putski unloads there with the Polish Hammer. Hansen spinning around, still on his feet, but there the flying body press. What a fantastic maneuver by Tito Santana. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champs in the months to come here in Madison Square Garden.
In 1979, Earl Campbell led the league in rushing. And when he came into Pittsburgh in the championship game, the Steel Curtain defense held him to just 6 yards in the entire game.
Top of everything else that Pittsburgh does well, they just tackle so well. You think you've got a big play going, and you saw Lambert, that little extra that might have saved a long gainer. First down. Oh, my! How do you do? Joe Green meets Earl Campbell.
Mean Joe Green has been around a long, long time, but he has played the running game this year as well as he ever has and you cannot play the running game and Earl Campbell any better than that. Isolation on number 75 right there. Just beats the block by Fisher on the line of scrimmage and nails Campbell in the backfield.
Joe Green, many times an All-Pro, and that was a big hit. 2nd and 10. Pastorini trying to call out his audible, and Campbell is tackled immediately by Joe Green. Green is just overpowering his man. So that line is the steel curtain, and Joe Green carries the keys. He opens all the doors.
Well, Joe Green is playing against a fine guard in Ed Fisher, who's had a great year, but somehow there must be some extra oxygen for him during these playoff games. He has really got the blood pumping and the adrenaline pumping for this one.
7-3, Houston leads. Campbell, that's his best run of the day, nets him about 4 to the 9. Lambert, the All-Pro middle backer from Kent State. Quarterback in high school, he grew up just 2 miles from the Cleveland Browns training camp in Hiram, Ohio. Was always a Browns fan and a Jim Brown fan.
Well, it should be said in Earl Campbell's benefit that entire Steeler defense is keying on Earl Campbell. And their watchword today is stop number 34, stop Campbell.
2nd and 6 at the 9. Campbell again. Steve Furness, number 64 from Rhode Island, right there to make the hit. Campbell loses to the 11-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Let's look at the surge of the lines, and obviously the Steelers getting the penetration down there deep. Joe Green, number 75. What a big play by that man. He's played well against the run this entire year.
The Steelers had a backup linebacker by the name of Dirt Winston. He never had any football cards, but McDonald's gave out these glasses. And watch Robin Cole make a play. The forgotten 3rd linebacker.
10-10 tie. Campbell. A small opening, but it closed in a hurry as Robin Cole, 56, made the hit after a gain of a yard. Let's see what Campbell has done thus far. That is his 8th carry, his total yardage, 0.
Well, there's no question that Campbell is not fully recovered from those injuries, and it's bothering his performance. But I would have to say, too, again, you can't run when you got a bunch of Steelers draped around your neck, and he's had them around his neck all day long.
Pastorini facing a pass situation, 2nd down and 9. Campbell. Dennis Winston drops Campbell for another loss. And that running back this year was Earl Campbell.
Most of the defensive teams in the NFL, if they lose their number 1 linebacker on the outside, as this team did in Jack Ham, are in trouble. But these guys just slapped Dirt Winston in there for Jack Ham, and he comes up with that kind of great play. The play before was Robin Cole, number 56, doing the same thing on Campbell.
44-yard line. Pittsburgh has the ball in Houston territory. 3rd and 9. And look at that statistic. The National Football League's top rusher held to a -2 in this first half. Makes you wonder if Bum Phillips won't go to maybe some fakes to Campbell and give the ball to someone else the way Pittsburgh is keying on him. And that Steelers defense gets a standing ovation. There's a case where the Steelers had it surrounded, and almost as if it had a magnetic force, it was drawn to the one Oiler in the area, Mike Renfro.
Well, I've heard it said I'd rather be lucky and good. The Oilers are lucky. The ball stripped away right there. Linebacker Cole, I think, stripped it. 2 Steelers had a chance, but Renfro right on top of it. Big play. Watch the ball stripped away from the outside. That's Robin Cole right there. Just stripped it away from him. And they had a chance. Great play by Renfro. Pittsburgh, the city of champions, were the baseball Pirates and the football Steelers.
And they have a 3rd and goal outside the Houston 4-yard line with exactly a minute left, and the Oilers cannot stop the clock. Blyer, touchdown! And the Steelers are on their way to Pasadena.
Perhaps fitting that Rocky Blyer carry that touchdown into the end zone to put the 6th on the board. They'll go for the 7th, but everything is behind them now. They've got this game in their back pocket.
In 1979, they honored Rocky Blyer with his own movie.
He dreamed of a career in football.
You were drafted.
But it was cut short by a bullet.
If I never play football again, I want to find that out on the field.
Now, Rocky Blyer is fighting back.
He got hurt in the war, but that doesn't mean I want him on my football team.
He's a cripple. Rocky, I'm putting you on waivers.
But nothing will keep him from his goal.
You've beaten them all.
Art Carney and Robert Urich. The true story of Rocky Blyer fighting back. Tuesday at 8 on TV50, Detroit's movie station.
Watch what Earl Campbell says when a guy at an autograph signing asks him who the hardest hitter was.
Who was the hardest guy that ever hit you?
Probably whole fucking Pittsburgh team.
Thank you, sir, and good luck.
You can understand that answer when you watch Donnie Shell break his ribs.
2nd down for Houston. Campbell up to the outside, just fumbles the ball, and the Steelers have it. At the 43-yard line in Pittsburgh territory, Campbell got the 1st down, got whacked but good, and he is still down on the ground. And the Steelers have their 3rd turnover of the quarter.
Well, I tell you, he went flying through that hole. He went right by number 68, L.T. Greenwood, but he took a good shot. He almost got hit like he was hit in the rib area when he got in the secondary. You can see right there, Greenwood, he goes right by them. A great block on Jack Ham, goes by Wagner. Here's a shot right there, right in the rib area with that headgear right in the rib. And he lets the ball go just before he hits the ground. Had he hit the ground and then the ball popped loose, it wouldn't have been a fumble.
They don't come any tougher than strong safety Donnie Shell, number 31, 5'11", 190 pounds in his 5th year out of South Carolina State, and he literally buried his helmet in Campbell's midsection.
1979 was the first year I bought basketball cards. This is Norm Nixon, who went to Duquesne in Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Unseld inbound. Start the countdown. Ballard off with the shot. Sonics control from the corner.
They don't even have to come in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the celebration begin in Seattle. It is over. The Seattle Supersonics have won the NBA World Championship Series in 5 games, beating the Washington Bullets 97-93. But listen to the crowd in Landover. Listen to this display of sportsmanship.
They're actually applauding everyone. Not a boo in this. Really applauding the play of both Seattle and the Bullets.
1979 was also the first year I bought hockey cards. This is Ken Dryden, and in 1979, he won his 6th Stanley Cup of the decade.
Will this be the final game of the 1979 Stanley Cup playoffs? Will the Montreal Canadiens be presented with their 22nd Stanley Cup? They ruled Robinson could have played it, so there's no icing. Here is number 19, Larry Robinson. Lets a long shot go, Davidson. 5 seconds left. Johnstone for New York. 2 seconds left. Cleared in. The game is over. The Montreal Canadiens have won the Stanley Cup.
for the 4th consecutive time and for the 22nd time in their history.
Rocky II is hitting the box office. My favorite bowler growing up? Earl Anthony.
Makes it a score of 120, and can Anthony finish it off with a strike?
We'll find out. If he can, I'll have a score of 160 and force Ross' team to strike twice just to tie.
Anthony, Adamek, and Strampy were scoreless through the first 4 frames here, but now they're sizzling.
There's a good-looking shot.
Hey, and a strike for Anthony. They do it. A score of 160 as they strike out in the 7th and pick up 120 points.
Earl Anthony's greatest asset is his speed control and concentration. He stayed down and level through that whole shot, threw that ball with confidence, and a nice roll, a perfect strike.
In 1979, John McEnroe won the U.S. Open.
Championship to McEnroe.
The heck with a racket. John McEnroe, 7-5, 6-3, 6-3. John McEnroe in straight sets over Vides Carolina, 7-5, 6-3, 6-3. The men's singles champion, 1979.
In 1979, the #1 female tennis player in the world was Martina Navratilova. Watch Chris Evert Lloyd beat her.
Game, set,
He's done it.
Chris Evert Lloyd.
Watch my man Dave Parker put on a show and show off that cannon arm of his in the 1979 All-Star Game.
Dave Parker's amazing arm went prime time.
Pops it up, right side. Parker, Morgan. They lost it. It drops. And it's a 2-base hit, and Rice is going to try for 3, and he will not make it. Line drive, right field. We may have a play at the plate. Big hop. Here comes Downey. Here's the throw. It is. He knocked him off the plate. What a tag by Claire.
In 1979, Fuzzy Zeller made history when he won the Masters.
There has never been a first-time starter to win this championship, except, of course, for the first one. But you're looking at the guy who has a chance, Fuzzy Zeller.
Pat, I think you're looking at a man, too, that you won't see leave it short. As we've spoke so many times about this man, he is bold.
Well, since the playoff began, he hasn't hit a bad shot by any means. And he won't take too much time either. There's your champion.
My 1979 ended with the Pittsburgh Pirates winning their last World Series. Here is an unused ticket from that World Series I got at my flea market back then for 75 cents.
Until the 6th inning, then the big man. Age is only a number, folks. Any number can win. 38 years old. Willie Stargell makes it 2-1 in the 6th inning. We were never to be headed. Let's take a look at the crucial play with Tekulve in the 8th. I was afraid that my man Parker was going to trip and fall. He got the fly ball. He said he was worried too. That was the big play in the 8th for Tekulve. Here's the final out as Omar Marino says, I got it. Let's go home. World champion.
1979 was the City of Champions in Pittsburgh. It also ended with the Steelers beating the Oilers in the AFC Championship game to go to their 4th Super Bowl in 6 years.
3, early in the second quarter. Bradshaw, Swan is open. Breaks a tackle, and finally down at the 19-yard line. First down, Pittsburgh. Fans are booing that Oiler that came flying in after the tackle but did not hit Swan.
Well, we said that Terry Bradshaw was going to have to go more to the pass, and is if on cue. He has done exactly that with this drive. And Swan, of course, doing his thing as he always does. He's nursing a hamstring and still able to make the nice cut, able to control his balance and fight for that extra yard.
And Swan, Bradshaw has Swan right, Stallworth left, and he is back to throw. And he completes it to Swan. First down at the 50. Swan's second catch. Art Springer made the tackle, number 53. Bradshaw threaded that through some Houston Oiler arms.
And again, the thing that happens in the secondary, when that pass receiver knows where he's going to make his cut, and he can take that easy shuffling cut. Let's watch Swan here. Watch the shuffling cut. See the little tiny steps there? And the defender cannot make that instant reaction. He's a puncher, a counter puncher. He can't get back up there because he can't explode off those feet. A lot of emotion between these two teams.
Third down, a long 20 for Pittsburgh at its 25. 13 minutes left in the game. Bradshaw, a lot of time, and there he is at the 46-yard line, Lynn Swan, and I believe he has the first down. Oh, what an athlete.
Houston Oilers trying to get the pressure on Bradshaw with a 3-man rush. And on a slick field like this, you cannot do it. You just can't do it. And Bradshaw will find the man who's singled up or the man who breaks from that double coverage. In this case, number 88, Lynn Swan. Big first down. Looked like maybe they were going to get him, force him to punt, have a chance to get down and get a touchdown or some points on the board. But Swan and Stallworth, or Swan and Bradshaw in this case, erase that opportunity. They're going to see if they can control the drive now.
And my 1980 started out the same way my 1979 started out. With another Steeler Super Bowl. Check out my man.
2nd and 5. Wire with his block on Youngblood, and you can tell Youngblood, Jack that is hurting. Bradshaw deep for Swan. He has it. 47 yards. Touchdown, Bradshaw to Swan.